Yeah, we're live finally, but like Packrat said, he guesses I'm having trouble. Yeah, I've been having internet issues all day today, folks. So it's one of the reasons for the title of this week's episode. But yeah, with me here in the studio we have Mr. Gizzard Gary. How are you tonight, sir?
Howdy, howdy. Thanks for having me.
Yep. And just so everybody knows, I have made Gary an administrator for Rumble Studio. So if anything happens to me, he's in charge. So
Oh, yeah. Put me in charge of this. You'll be sorry. We'll be doing a giveaway. Cat
yeah.
giveaway.
If you can give away some of these damn cats, just let me know where to mail them. Apparently, there are rules where you can send animals uh, via, I can't remember if it's UPS or FedEx. So, but yeah. Earlier today, I was in the middle of watching the Pirate game, and we had a thunderstorm come through. And next thing you know, I wasn't watching the Pirate game anymore because our internet went out again.
And whose
This
fault
is
would that be, Rich?
this is definitely Comcast slash Xfinity's fault. We've been dealing with this going on 3 weeks now. Somebody sneezes outside near one of the phone poles and the internet goes out. And you call them about it. Oh, we're working on it. We're working on it. And the internet will come back up maybe for a day or two. And then boom, it goes right back out again. And you call them, oh, we're still working on it. We're still working on it. It's been 3 damn weeks of this bullshit.
I'd say they need to work a little bit more on it.
Mm-hmm. I told Amy I am to the point where I'm about to call Frontier and inquire about their fiber optic service. Because I'm getting sick of this shit.
That or give Elon a call and see if you can get Starlink.
Starlink's slower.
But it
I'd be,
works.
yeah, but with Xfinity or Frontier, if Frontier fiber is actually available, they're going to be at the least twice as fast as Starlink. Fastest Starlink that would be available is 500 megabit. Right now, I have 1 gig, and the Frontier is supposed to go up to 7.
That's about like saying instead of the Ford you drive now, you'd rather have a Lamborghini that only runs about every third time you start it because at least when it runs, it's faster.
Packard said Frontier is not much better. He used to work for me. We
Oh,
used to we used to have Frontier when we lived in her hometown. My mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and her boyfriend, who all live in the same house, they have Frontier's fiber optic down there, and it runs great. Frontier's now actually a branch of Verizon. It's just a nameplate at this point. It's not the actual Frontier Corporation. They're completely ran by Verizon now. It just still has the Frontier name in this area. And there's probably, according to what I was reading, going to be switching and getting rid of the Frontier name altogether. So
thing is, a lot of times when they make those acquisitions, it's just in name. They keep the same employees and the same infrastructure and stuff like that. So you might say it's a different company running it, but it's probably the same people in the background.
no, because it wasn't until Verizon bought Frontier that they put the fiber optic in this area. They had no intentions of having fiber optic in this area under Frontier.
But that could be a matter of funds. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
just thinking out loud.
Hmm. But it's like T-Mobile. T-Mobile was not supposed to change out U.S. Cellular. They were supposed to keep U.S. Cellular as a separate division and give it 6 months later, and we don't have that U.S. Cellular anymore. We have T-Mobile, so they didn't keep that promise for long. And their internet's terrible when they don't their Wi-Fi shit. Yeah, Packrat said it's funny because Frontier bought part of Verizon service areas. Yeah, and that's the only areas where Frontier actually had fiber optic before Verizon bought them. Was in the areas that they bought off of Verizon. There was some speculation that Verizon sold areas of their service to Frontier to try and avoid being investigated for monopolizing a given area. So, like, hey, you guys want to come in and buy this part of this? Which then uh, Frontier ended up overextending and not being able to keep going because they spent too much on what they bought from Verizon, and so Verizon stepped in like and bought them in turn. So yeah, make of that what you will. Guess we should see who else out there on the YouTube side while we're at it. We got Pack Rats Attic, who we've been talking to. Gizzards out there as well as in here. Guns and Barbecue was out there briefly. Ronto A Matters was out there briefly, and Denny's Plant Based Journey just jumped in. So, evening to all of you. I don't know if anybody's watching over on X. You could always go over there and check, I suppose.
If you are following World Cup action, you should know that Norway defeated Brazil earlier today.
Wow.
Upset, big time upset.
Mm-hmm.
And Mexico and England are playing right now. That should be an interesting game.
It says we got 12 people watching on X. Wow.
Mexico and England are 0-0 right now at the 26-minute mark.
So,
For all you football fans.
yeah. Good evening to the 12 viewers that we have over on X. I think that might be a record.
Looks like Denny's having internet issues too.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's going around. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
And those interested in the USA, they play Belgium tomorrow evening.
Packer said he worked for a call center and got trained by Frontier, and as soon as the merger was completed, they all got fired. Wow.
Oh no.
But that's not unusual. That happens quite often when mergers happen. That's why a lot of people don't like when they hear that their company's merging with somebody else because there's a good chance they may get a pink slip.
Yep. I'm surprised it didn't happen to us when we merged with our owners because we were worried it was going to happen because we knew they had a big IT department and then we had our own out at the plant. And we were a little worried they'd just can us and replace us with their people, but they actually brought us in and then gradually moved people into different places and stuff. So they did thin it out, but it took a couple of years for it to happen. And then they offered early retirement to us old folks, which worked out really well for me. I'm not complaining, mind you. But now they got their own people in there for sure. It happens.
Yep. Yeah, it's part of business.
Getting a buyout and early retirement is far better than pink slip for sure.
That's what my grandfather did. He took early retirement, hoping to be able to save somebody else's job when
It's like
our
I
candy
better
was bought.
I better take this while the getting is good. It's kind of what I was thinking. This is probably my best case scenario.
Yeah, this would have been about the time that Clark Candy was bought by Switzer. He's candy,
Hmm.
and so he took early retirement at 55 with full benefits and everything.
I've eaten a few Clark bars in my time. Actually, not a bad bar.
Used to get him fresh off the assembly line when he was working there. They didn't even wrap them. No wrapper. Just threw them in a big plastic bag.
Oh wow.
Them, Zagnuts, Milk Duds.
Oh, I ate a few milk duds back in my day.
They're much better fresh. I will
Those
not
are
buy a
only
box. I
those are
will not.
only memories now. I can't eat such
Yeah.
things, but sure
I,
were
I,
good back in the day.
I will not buy a box of Milk Duds. After having them fresh and knowing what they could actually be like compared to what they are after they've sat on the shelf forever, yeah, I will not buy a box of Milk Duds.
Yeah, that was one of the better things they had at our movie theater in the snack bar, or hot tamales. I used to like hot tamales too.
Mike and Ike's. Mike and Ike's are basically a long jelly bean. If you think about it, that's all it is.
Now, if you went to the drive-in out of town, they actually had real food like hot dogs and burgers and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that you could get. Of course, they had two movies, so there was an intermission in between. Of course, you were hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drive-ins are cool. Used to go to drive-in when I was a kid.
Might have bought the food. We didn't really need the drinks because for some reason we had drinks with us, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. The drive-in that my parents used to go to had a little amusement park too.
I think
So
they had one too.
yeah, during the day they had a little roller coaster, a merry-go-round, a Ferris wheel, and one or two amusement park games. It was kind of cool. You go there, go during the day, ride the, play around in the amusement park, and at night you watch the movie.
There's Woods. Sometimes we would take a pickup and put lawn chairs in the back of it. We'd sit back there in the back of the pickup and watch a movie. Back it into the stall so you could sit there with lawn chairs. You know, the big
Mm-hmm.
lounge chairs, just lay
Yep.
back. It's
Yep.
pretty damn nice.
Yeah. Wood says red vines, and Packrat says black licorice.
I was a black licorice guy. One of the few actually liked licorice. A lot of people can't stand it. I like it.
I can't eat a whole lot of black licorice or black jelly beans. I'll eat them, but I won't eat a whole bunch of them at once. You know what I mean? Now, red vines, I can eat I can eat some red vines. Walmart used to
That's
have a big, the big containers like they used to have on the counters and like drugstores or little corner stores in your neighborhood and stuff like that that had the candy in it. Walmart
mhm.
used to sell one of those that was full of red vines. I haven't seen it there in a while like that though.
I used to
Anyway,
go, and I think Sam's had these too for a while, but you could get these big plastic things of atomic fireballs. You remember
hmm
atomic fireballs?
oh yeah, I
and
got some here somewhere.
we'd get one of those big things of it. It's kind of like a goldfish bowl that's plastic,
Hmm.
and it kind of set at an angle, and we'd put that on our desk. And yeah, you'd be the most popular guy in the office if you had atomic fireballs.
Yes, but have to say this, bonsai, Mini Wayne.
Yeah,
Have you finished your
Wood.
transition?
Woods is out there talking about boobs.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Where would say anything about boobs?
That's it didn't come through on the Rumble chat. Hmm.
Didn't come through on the YouTube chat on my end.
Yeah, it did.
Not on my end.
Drive-ins literally the first time I touched boobs. Wow. I don't have any idea what he's talking about there. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, wouldn't have any idea. And
Nope.
now it shows. I refreshed it. Now it's showing up. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't show up at first. Probably a damn lag. My internet being all screwed up.
I just got a text from Two Live Moo. He's got an atomic fireball in his hand.
I got some out in the kitchen.
Wrapper and everything. I haven't seen one of those in ages.
Hmm. Amy brought some home a couple weeks ago that her one patient brought in was that they made gift bags for I forget what the occasion was, but he made gift bags for everybody, all
Mhm.
the nursing staff at the clinic, and he had put in there super atomic fireballs. And you want to talk about a hot jawbreaker? Whew, those were spicy.
Anyway, it has new tools.
Oh wow! I have some Twizzlers nibs. They're the little cherry ones, little bite-sized cherry things.
I do not have any candy. Now, occasionally, I won't story to you. Occasionally, when I'm at the daughter's, if she buys some, she'll give me a piece. And I'll be nice and eat a piece of candy with her because one piece isn't going to kill me. But I don't get candy very often.
Apparently, Denny's the one that's responsible for Mini Wayne having the new tools.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
How you know? You ain't get that. You ain't get that reference. You don't watch AEW.
Mm-mm.
Now, Packrats want to know the big question that everybody wants to know: did Mini Wayne find Mini Mrs. Misty Wayne? He says when he returns, she won't resist me. I don't think she really
Why?
does now. You know,
She
just
just pretends to.
uh-huh. Just things that she's let slip.
It's an act.
Hmm. So, an actual news story that I did catch this week, in part anyway. Pennsylvania tried to ban 18 to 20-year-olds from owning firearms. It went through their court system. The state Supreme Court, I believe it was, said, no, you can't do that. And the state appealed to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court denied them cert. So, 18 to 20-year-olds in Pennsylvania, you get to keep your Second Amendment rights.
And in entertainment news, Taylor Swift is now married.
Yay.
I know everybody wants to know that. Yeah. Big deal up in New York City this weekend. Yeah.
Hmm.
Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that's about as excited as I got about that. It's like, ho hum. Next.
Hmm. Yeah, according to
All I
one.
care Oh,
Oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
just going to say, all I care about Travis Kelsey is that he catches passes that Patrick Mahomes throws this fall.
Hmm.
That's all I care.
According to one video that I saw in passing, didn't actually watch the video. They banned one of his teammates from attending the wedding. Don't know why, but the picture of the teammate in the thumbnail, he was holding a Bible, so maybe it may have been over something out of a religious uh, reason. I don't know why.
Oh, I see who it was now. Now I understand why. Does the name Harrison Butker ring a bell?
Not offhand.
He is the place kicker for the Chiefs, the one that made the commencement speech last year at the Catholic college
Oh,
where he told women that they needed to, you know, pursue their relationship and stay true to their husbands. Yeah, he
mhm.
got a lot of grief for that. Yeah, that Harrison
Yeah,
Butker. He
not
was
the
the
only
only
time.
one who was not invited.
Yeah, and it's not the only time that he's said something that pissed off people. He's
He's
done it before.
a very traditionalist Catholic,
Yes, yeah, he's very
uh,
open about his faith, and that
uh,
has rubbed some people the wrong way.
Latin Mass and the whole nine
Yeah,
yards.
isn't he the one that got a bunch of blowback because he said something about gays the one time too? I mean, it was like he's not afraid to voice his opinion on that stuff.
He is not afraid.
Packrat says some anti-2A judges ruled that if you are committed to a mental institution, you can get your gun rights restored. Was that the Ninth Circuit or something? I don't know. I didn't see that. So apparently, one of the tools Minnie got is an axe. Wood says, "Is he a good kicker? Probably. He probably would have lost his job. He'd be on the
It
unemployment
wasn't
line." Oh,
it
good.
wasn't that he was banned from the wedding, but he did not receive an invite, so essentially was.
Mm, yeah, but if he wasn't a good kicker, he'd probably be on the unemployment line next to the player for the Bulls. Speaking of that, that guy is considering suing the NBA and the Chicago Bulls for wrongful termination based on religious beliefs, which under equal opportunity employment law, they cannot fire you for your religious beliefs. Which, by the way, is why that one court clerk actually won her case. The one we talked about a couple weeks ago, that barbecue was with the 14th Amendment or the First Amendment, whatever, doesn't protect that from employers. Apparently, that's what she won on was equal opportunity law, employment laws.
So Trev or Harrison Butker wasn't invited to the wedding, but evidently Mike Vrabel was. So it wasn't too high a moral standards.
Well, yeah, that's why the kicker wasn't invited. He was. There were no moral standards. I mean, talking moral standards, Taylor Swift. I don't think those go hand in hand. Just some things that she has said in the past, and you know,
She's just a very successful recording artist. That's all she is. She's not an icon. She's not anybody to be looked up to. I'm sorry.
nope.
Just a person that's made a whole slew of money. Yay for her.
Yep, yep. So, what else is there? What else is going on? Like I said, I really haven't had a chance to put anything together. Usually Saturday and Sunday is where I put the show together, figure out what I want to talk about. And with yesterday being Independence Day and today the issue with the internet, I haven't had a chance to really look into anything.
Well, I think the most important news of the day was that DM Foss is back. Did a live stream this morning. So
Yeah, I caught a small portion of that.
it's still to be determined whether or not this is going to be an ongoing thing or not, but it's possibility. He's
Mhm.
considering it. So there you go.
And and there's some things on that bracket that if it was picnic related, shouldn't have been there because you're talking picnic, and some of that stuff was more barbecue or cookout related. Like if you're doing a picnic, fried chicken is a better option than barbecue chicken. And picnics, you can definitely have pie at a picnic.
I swear, now he swears he didn't say it. I swear at the beginning of the show he said barbecue and not picnic.
Yeah, I didn't catch the beginning of it. I just caught that during the ongoing thing with the bracket that it was mentioned that it was picnic related.
Wood says guns are cool.
Mm-hmm. I was looking to see if there's any new headlines with the American Riflemen or Shooting Illustrated. That's gun related.
Mossberg
Yep,
500 series, Remington 870. Packrat says he did say barbecue. See, I told you. I don't own either one between the Mossberg 500 and Remington 870. How about that?
I have a Mossberg 590, which is the improved version of the 500. Used to have a Remington 870, but somebody went and sold it behind my back. Technically, it was hers, so it still irritated me and my son. He loved that shotgun too. We took that outside one time and shot the hell out of a hornet's nest with it.
But the Hornets didn't like it too much.
They didn't have much to say afterwards. One stung his little sister on the back, and he wasn't happy. So he went and got the 870 one side and started shooting the hell out of the nest. Just putting round after round after round after round. He was lucky it was the police tactical and held 8 rounds. Or he may have had more of a argument from the Hornets.
Hmm.
Yeah, he loaded that thing up with birdshot and just peppered that damn nest. Yeah, and for good measure, I went out and shot it a couple times with the AK. Like, he probably did a lot more damage with that shotgun than I did. Eventually, it fell out of the tree. Part of it did anyway. But yeah, there were no more Hornets after that. Yeah, so I said, Woods, I said the 590 is the improved version of the 500. That's what it is. The 500 originally was a single bar, and then the 590 was a double bar, but now they put the double bar in the 500 as well. But the 590 has a thicker barrel. It's got more of a bull barrel than the 500, and receiver's a little different. I just wish she wouldn't have sold that 870. Oh well.
You always
I
buy
grew up
another one.
not necessarily. It took a while to find that one. It wasn't your standard run of the mill off the rack 870s. Yeah, Packrat said twin action bars is the major difference between the 500 and the 590. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, 500 has the twin action bars too now. But like I said, they also said the 590 has a little bit thicker barrel on it. Some other stuff because the 590 was supposed to be the more tactical of the two. And the twin action bars was for redundancy. Single action bar, if something happened, you to the bar, you were kind of screwed. Whereas with the if it's got the twin action bars, one of your action bars gets bent or it breaks or something, you still can run the shotgun.
By the way, I now finally, in unrelated news, I now finally have over 500 miles on my Escape.
Woohoo! Oh, Woods is asking whatever happened to Knives. He shows up occasionally.
Yeah, it's out there.
Ron Wayne out there listing all of Mini Wayne's tools. He has shears, pliers, handsaw, hammer, ball peen hammer, crescent wrench, Phillips and straight screwdrivers, electric drill, tiny wrench, and a tire iron. Where did you find an electric drill small enough for Mini? But now that I think about it, when I was a kid, I had this toy. It was a construction worker, and he had this truck, and his truck had this little air compressor, and the air compressor would power different tools. He had a drill, a circular saw, and I forget what the other one was. And the drill bit would spin on the drill. The saw blade turned. Oh, it was a jackhammer. The other one was not. It was a jackhammer, and the jackhammer, the part that I don't remember what the hell they call it, the part that goes up and down on the jackhammer, it worked. So it was it was a cool little toy. But anyway, those tools would have been the perfect size for Mini Wayne. I would have scared the hell out of Misty.
Probably.
Oh, Mrs. Wayne. And he holds up a circular saw and the blade spinning.
Hmm. You get chainsaw.
It didn't come with a chainsaw. There were different accessory packs you could get for it. But none of the stores ever had them, and one of them had a chainsaw in it. But it all ran off of compressed air. It had this real small little air compressor. Ran off of, I think it was two AA batteries. It was about the size of three Zippo lighters stacked on top of each other. I don't know whatever happened to it. It was there one day and gone the next. Got a feeling my mother let my brothers get a hold of it. You saw what I saw.
Hmm. Obviously, Misty's not out there.
Yeah, see? Now everybody can see it, even on X and Rumble. Never did see who was on Rumble. Guess we got two people watching over on Rumble. So, evening to you folks over there. Wow, I got 51 followers on Rumble. Wow. Woods wants to know what's the most American of all guns. His vote is to 1911. It's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Um, hmm, AR-15 would be another one. Garen, maybe. Ma Deuce. Tommy gun.
I wonder though, what gun more households own more of, because I was growing up, I knew plenty of people that had shotguns that didn't have any other gun. I wonder if that's still the
Mm.
case now, especially people out in the country and stuff like that. Of course, you got a lot of deer hunters that have rifles and stuff like that too. Everybody I knew owned at least one shotgun back in the day.
Yeah, I've known people where the only gun they owned was a shotgun, pump action to be exact.
Sometimes you'd have a old woman living by herself out in the country, and she'd have a 410.
Mm.
Nothing wrong with a 410 if you know how to use it.
You know, they also bring up the Colt single action army out there in the chat. Not exactly my favorite revolver. I really don't like the Colt single action army that much. I'd much rather have the Smith and Wesson Model 3. Much faster to unload and reload. Yeah, Justin Grimm out there, Grim Reaper Review says nothing says FU like an M2. Yeah, exactly. If somebody's laying down fire on you with a Mod Deuce, you're in trouble. You done pissed somebody off. Which says Marlin 60. I don't know if a lot of people will know what a Marlin 60 is.
I
So,
have one.
yeah, but I'm saying just for name recognition. I don't know if there's a lot. If
Now, when I was a kid, I had friends that had them. I never owned one as a kid. I would have loved it, but
mm-hmm. But as something that the standard person off the street is going to know what you're talking about if you say the name, I don't know if the Marlin 60 would meet that
not
threshold.
nowadays. But
Uh,
back in the day, yeah. Ron says some have two. He's flexing on us now. By
mhm.
golly, nothing wrong with that. I don't think you can have too many 22s. In fact, the guy, the town I used to live in, the gun shop there, the guy who ran it, he says a lot of people don't know this. He says, but I collect 22s. He said everybody thinks I'm a big gun guy. He said, but he says I have a whole collection of 22s.
Justin echoes the Colt Single Action Army and also adds the Winchester rifle. Well, lever action rifles, period. Springfield trapdoor. If you want to go back to the Civil War, or right after, I should say. But if you go back to the Civil War, you got the Henry rifle, and Spencer carbine. which somehow beat out the Henry for being issued to cavalry when the Henry was the superior of the two designs. But the cavalry didn't use the Spencer carbine that long either, because some idiot general got the bright idea that if you gave the troops something that could fire multiple rounds before having to be reloaded, they would just waste ammo. Ron Wayne says technically the trapdoor stocks were in the Civil War. Yeah, they were. Then you had the one that had the coffee grinder in the stock during the Civil War. Packard said, but nothing says you have FAFO like looking down the barrels of a side by side shotgun. Grim Reaper says Sharps rifles are also awesome. Various Captain Ball revolvers. What else? Anything else?
Um, for those who are interested, at halftime, England leads Mexico 2-1.
Wow.
Game being played in Mexico City, believe it or not.
That's cheating.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Jeez.
Home field advantage. And then, isn't the World Cup supposed to be played on neutral territory?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. They should be playing in Botswana.
Or Canada.
Then he says, can't hear you guys. Still too many issues. Hope it's clear tomorrow. Have a good night, Denny, if you can hear this or not.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Got anything big coming up this week?
Uh, nope. Not that I know of, anyway.
Well, I think some of us will be having some live streams. I've got one on Monday and another one on Wednesday. So, and you thought you were going to have to do Tuesday, but it doesn't sound like
Yeah.
you're going to have to now. So,
Yeah. I wasn't sure how long this was going to last, but seems to be working okay.
it worked out.
Yeah. First
I
looked
haven't
like we were
heard
gonna.
any fireworks in a while. Now there were some fireworks going off earlier. This is the last day you can shoot them here. So
Yeah, we had people shooting them off here earlier.
maybe they're done. Not that I care. I don't pay attention to them anyway. But I think the people who sold fireworks this year, I think, did a pretty good business. So hopefully they made some money for whatever they were raising funds for. So
Wow. Somebody wrote an article for Shooting Illustrated admitting to carrying a Sky CPX2.
that's brave.
Mm-hmm.
This from a guy who carried a Taurus TCP for 2 years. At least it went off. You might not hit anything with it, but it'd go off.
Mm-hmm.
Every gun I carried after that got progressively, I was more accurate with it. Let's put it that way. I no longer will carry something that I can't shoot well. So,
Truly American apparel. NAA's Magnum Mini belt buckles.
Chris from the 740 is out there. We got a celebrity in the audience.
Whoa, evening, Chris. Been a while since I got to see and talk to Chris.
He was in somebody else's chat the other night. It's like I haven't seen him in a while. He's starting to make the rounds again. That's good.
Well, we just missed each other at the Great American Outdoor Show. He arrived the night that we left.
Aw,
Yeah.
great guy. I've
Hmm.
visited with him in person several times.
Yes, I've gone to dinner with Chris more than
So
one
have I.
occasion.
Him and his son. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Both great guys. Both great
Oh
guys.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Chris did a
he's about a head taller than me, but
yeah.
so are you as far as that goes.
Chris did a good job raising his son.
Yes, he did.
He's a good kid, good head on his shoulders. Anyway, this let me share this because this is what I was talking about before. Chris jumped in. Kind of cool looking. Looks like something you would have seen in the Wild West or something. Something that James West would have. Probably should take that comment off of there.
I've got a couple NAAs, none of them in the buckle, but
Yeah.
Chris wants to know if I'm going to goals. I am registered as media. I haven't gotten lodging there yet, so it's still up in the air as I'm actually going, but I'm all signed up to go. Let's put it that way. So
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going yet either. Again, like Gary, I'm registered. Got the invitation for the gun the gunnies or
yeah, I got
gun
that too.
yeah. They're after party on that Saturday. No point in RSVPing for it if I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go yet or not. So, but yeah, that looks like something you would see like James West or somebody carrying in one of those old westerns. Check them to see a belt
See,
buckle and
now
explain it.
I've got the NAA Pug in 22 Magnum, and I have a little sticky pocket holster for that. And in the summertime, I carry that a lot, especially when I'm in gym shorts and stuff like that, because it doesn't weigh down the pocket much. And
Mm-hmm.
make fun of it all you want. I can shoot it.
Yeah,
So, and it will probably hurt very badly.
yeah.
So
Chris says Christian got his own apartment, so they're
I
empty
know that.
nesters now. Yeah.
Wow.
Did he ever do the army thing? Because I know he was going to. He tried going in the Navy, but then they gave him a hard time because of the COVID shot deal. So he was going to go in the army after that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on stuff. That's what I thought he was doing. So,
Yeah. Chris says Fluffy and him will be there at goals. Yeah, I gotta sit here and wait and hope see if I get any notification from the VA of whether they're going to increase my rating or not. If they increase my rating, I'll have the money to go. If not, then I won't. Because we're still behind on some things from when Amy had to have neck surgery last year.
yeah, that you got
Which
to
is
take care
why
of
I
things
wasn't
like
there.
that too.
Yeah, but then that's why we weren't at goals last year because once she had to have her neck surgery. Chris says he's waiting on his MEP state right now.
Okay.
Dale Pogue's out there.
Yeah, Reaper's going to be there. Well, it's right in Reaper's backyard, so yeah, he'll be there.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I know DJ said he was going to be there, and I'm pretty sure Snob and the boys got reservations, so there'll be quite a few.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing his MEPS location will be in Columbus, Chris. Mine was in Pittsburgh. Had to go all the way up to Pittsburgh and back.
So for those of us who are uneducated, what is MEPS?
Military Entrance Processing.
Okay,
I forget what the S stands for.
Cleveland.
He's got to go all the way to Cleveland?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, you ought to buy that little NAA there.
I
That'd
ain't
look
got no
good
money
on
to
you.
buy that right now.
Yeah, they don't give them away anymore.
No, no.
No, not that they ever did. I've had mine for several years and they weren't cheap back then,
Mm,
but they are well made. Now, I won't say that I've put a ton of rounds. I mean, you've got a little uh, 5 round cylinder and it takes a while to load it and unload it. You're not going to put 200 rounds through one of those unless you want to be there all day.
mm-hmm. The Chuck
But
Wagon Magnum, what they're calling this one. It's 347 MSRP.
yeah, they've got one or two models now with a swing out cylinder, I heard.
Really?
Hmm.
This one with that name is in 22 Winchester Magnum.
Yeah, that's got the pin. You just take it out and you
Mm-hmm.
push the cylinder out.
Yep.
Both mine are that way.
One and a
Wow.
1/8 inch barrel.
You see what Grim says there? Got a
Uh,
better deal on a 642?
huh?
Wow.
642s aren't not that expensive, honestly.
Mm,
The one Amy had when we got it was under 400.
one I priced wasn't quite under 400, more like 450, but it wasn't on sale either. I almost bought the 642 and I ended up getting the LCR instead. I really wanted the 642 first, except I couldn't find one without the Hillary hole, and now you can get them without the Hillary hole.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really need another snub nose 38 right now. I can only have two of them already.
I really didn't care for the 642 that much.
I like the LCR with those Hogue Tamer grips on it because that rubber on there really absorbs recoil and you get a hold of it good. And it works well. In fact, I may go back to carrying it one of these days. I kind of miss it. I do like my Bodyguard 2.0, don't get me wrong. But I told somebody this the other day. I said, as far as printing in a pocket, and I thought when I got that Bodyguard that it wouldn't print much in a pocket, but really it's just as bad, if not worse. I mean, if I'm sitting the right way, you could pretty much tell what that is in my pocket.
Well, you
And
get the
the nice thing about a revolver is there's a little bit of a lump there that might give you, well, I don't know what that is for sure. So, yeah.
yeah, but there are holsters that you can get for in your pocket that'll make it look like you just got a wallet in your pocket.
Yeah. I don't really care about printing because, for one, if I'm standing up, nobody's going to see it anyway. It's mostly when you're sitting down that you got to worry about it. So.
I'm assuming we got
Ooh,
another iteration of Boomstick out there. Laughing
that's
Dog, me too long
that's
rifle.
kind of what I was guessing since he seems to know us. Yeah, the man of many names.
The man of constantly in trouble with YouTube.
What's what says you do need more revolvers, Gary? Two is less than three. More is better. Well, I've got two 38s. I've got two NAA mini revolvers. Plus, I have a Rigger 4-inch in 22 Magnum also. So I own five revolvers.
I have two. I ha-
Oh, that I forgot about the Rough Rider because I have the Rough Rider and I have the Barkeep. So seven. Okay,
I have the
I
Rough
have a few.
Rider with both 22 long rifle and 22 Magnum cylinders, and then I have the Smith and Wesson 627 with that fires 8 rounds of 357 Magnum.
That Barkeep is a fun little gun to take to the range. Oh my gosh. You get bored shooting 22 LR, just put the Magnum cylinder in there. Little different experience. And they both
My
shoot really well. I was pretty impressed.
my Rough Rider, and I believe Chris experienced the same thing, is more accurate with 22 Magnum than it is 22 long rifle, which
Hmm.
is interesting. I believe, if I remember correctly, Chris said the same thing in one of his videos that he did on the Heritage Rough Rider.
At what distance?
Same distance is about 10 yards. Is
Okay.
mine. I don't know what distance he was shooting, but
I was
the
going to
group,
say at a certain distance, the trajectory is going to be flatter on the Magnum.
yeah, the group opens up with the 22 long rifle compared to the 22 Magnum. Yeah, he says, yeah, that is true with his.
I enjoy shooting them both. And obviously, 22 LR is cheaper. So, from a pure economic standpoint, you can shoot 22 LR all day. Magnum, in comparison, it used to be really expensive. It's not so bad anymore, but I kind of like the extra kick in a Magnum. Wow, Boom's got 7 or 8 Rough Riders. I don't have that many.
Yeah, that's a lot of Rough Riders.
But they're inexpensive enough. It wouldn't be hard to
Hmm.
collect a whole bunch of
Oh
them. That's
no,
for sure. If that's what you wanted, I mean.
yeah, they're
And don't get me wrong, my barkeep, I really like it. So
how much do they go for now? They still around 150 a piece. I haven't even seen one in
I
the store recently.
I think I paid closer to 165 for mine, but and I could have waited till it went on sale, but I just happened to seen it and I got it. But yeah, I think you can get them for that, maybe even cheaper come Black Friday sales. I don't know.
The one I got, I paid 129 for when I got it. And again,
Now,
that's the one with both cylinders.
mine didn't come with both cylinders. I had to it comes with a little form you can send off to buy that
Hmm.
cylinder. I think it was like $30 or something like it's cheap enough to pick up that second cylinder.
Yeah.
And it's like,
They
yeah, I gotta have that.
they said the one that I bought was used, but if it was used, the person that had owned it previously never shot the damn thing. So it looked brand new. There was
It
no
was
indications at all that that thing was ever fired.
pretty easy to tell. You look at the
Hmm.
front of the cylinder.
Yeah, both cylinders still had the little orange rings that come on them. So I highly doubt that that thing was ever shot before I bought it.
I think when I took mine to Thunder on the Prairie, I got it out of the box and put it back on there just in case if somebody pulled me over and inspected my guns like that. Obviously not loaded. It's got the plastic ring in it. Not that I care, but what's this? His was $99. Wow. He got a deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Bass Pro, he says, with both cylinders.
I mean, really, if you just want to get into revolver, it's kind of a no-brainer deal. The Rough Riders is kind of hard to say no to a $99 gun that actually
Mm-hmm.
works.
Yeah, I got a $250 Henry that isn't the survival gun. Black Friday sale at Walmart plus my son's discount plus his bonus discount for his Christmas. That was part of his Christmas bonus. Went
Wow.
from $400 down to 250 for the Henry 22.
Well, yeah,
So,
you got to do that for sure.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" While we're in Walmart, he says this. This is we're walking by the sporting goods section. I pointed it. I was like, "That." He looks like, okay. Let me see. So yeah, he paid for it. That was my Christmas gift that year.
Oh wow.
That thing shoots real nice too. It's not as fancy as Ron Wayne's though. It's not all fancy engraved with the fancy stock and stuff. I think it's the same base rifle though. Yeah, Boomstick says he thinks the Ruger Wrangler is better made, but he likes shooting the Rough Riders better. Yeah, he's weird. Well, yeah, the Wrangler also costs $100 more, so there's that. Wood said he just shot his Heritage Roscoe 38 special the other day. Heritage makes a 38? Was not aware of that. There's so many different revolvers that I want, but I'll probably never have the money to get. Just like every year at the Great American Outdoor Show, the sales rep for Taylor's and Company is like, yeah, give me a call in a couple of weeks after the show and we'll set something up and come down and we'll give you a tour of the facility. And every time I try getting a hold of her, never answers the damn phone or returns my calls. Like, yeah, okay. Would say it's really Taurus. Well, yeah, Heritage is Taurus for all intents and purposes. Boomstick said he was a little disappointed in the accuracy of the Rough Rider carbine. Never shot one of those. Justin says he wants the green uh, laminate camo grip Rough Rider, and Ron Wayne says it's avocado flavored. For not having a topic, we've already gone an hour and 15 minutes. Woohoo! Roughly.
Wow.
Wood says the 38 actually says Taurus and Heritage on the gun. Interesting. There are a couple of Tauruses I wouldn't mind having. If I get the money, I'm debating whether I want to get the 350 Smith and Wesson or the 460 Taurus, and probably never shoot either one of them.
Okay. I was just looking at a picture of it. Yeah. It's essentially it says Taurus on one side, Heritage on the other. It's made
Mm,
in the Bainbridge, Georgia factory. It's definitely an old school design.
no, one Smith and Wesson that I want.
I won't
Sure.
say what the MSRP is, but it's not the same as their 22s. Let's just put it that way. Not even close.
You think I'll get copyright for a song in a short that's from YouTube?
Unless it's part of their copyright free music, yes. Well, unless you go through, if you use the YouTube Shorts creator, it allows you to put music.
Yes, but if I share that, will they still fall under that?
Should be okay. Oh, on here, you mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna play it on here? I don't know. Wood says yes, but do it anyway.
Okay. Woods has never steered me wrong.
What are they gonna do? Threaten to take your monetization away that you don't
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, what I don't have.
Send you a nasty email? Bad
Hmm.
boy.
This is one of my shorts from the Great American Outdoor Show this year. I went this version of the 686. And yes, it comes with that optic.
Yeah, I don't care for that big ass optic on there, but
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice optic. Half the price
yeah,
of the gun is that optic.
still, nah, not for me.
Uh, Simple Man was integral to that video. I couldn't mute that. It's one of my. That's like my favorite Skinner song.
Simple man wouldn't want that optic though.
Yeah, huh? Ooh,
Yeah,
here's.
Reaper says mailbox. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a
Mhm.
mailbox optic.
There was this one too. This is the 360 or the 350. This one's more your more traditional revolver.
Is it, baby, cause you're fine and you're mine and you look so divine. Come and get your love. 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 Hey, hey, what's the matter? Is it, baby, cause you're fine and you're mine and you look so divine. Come and get your.
Anyway, that's the one that's in 350 Legend.
I like the music. Good old vintage Redbone.
Hmm. I thought that was kind of a funny song to use with a revolver like that. But yeah, if you want to leave comments on either of those videos, they're on the channel. You can do that when we're done here.
You do videos?
Yeah, both of those were from the Great American Outdoor Show this year.
Cool. So you're saying people should check out your channel and subscribe and stuff like that?
Yeah, maybe.
You should maybe put your link out there.
You mean? Let's see if it shows up. Did it show up on YouTube side? Yeah, it showed
Yep,
up on YouTube side, but not in Rumble. I
I
posted it
see
in the
it.
Rumble side.
I I see it. Oh, on here in
Yeah,
studio.
yeah, in studio. It's not showing up in studio. So I was like, did it show up on YouTube?
I see it in the studio. You don't?
No,
I see it twice. YouTube and Rumble. So,
no, it's not showing up on my screen in the studio. Just in the
hmm. Yours is broke. Mine works fine.
yeah. Apparently, I don't know if "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" is actually an available song. It would be funny as hell if it would, Ron. He says "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" for High Point videos. I don't own a High
Um,
Point.
I have a carbine. I don't have one of their pistols. Used to.
No, Woods was asking earlier, 590 or 870. Well, this might answer that question just from the song. Yep, I don't care. Let him give me his copy. Let him copyright me. The newest additions to the 590.
Watch your tongue or have it cut from your head. Save your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now opens a war. Bodies hanging in the streets to adore. Oil flames will call the pounding chaos, bringing daylight to the night. Death is riding in.
For anybody that's wondering, the song is Avenged Sevenfold's "Hail to the King." But those are 590s are cool. Even the short barrel versions have uh, cuts for a choke, whereas the original Shockwave didn't. Or you can get it with or without the uh, pack rat. You can get it either with the box magazine or with the tube magazine. They had the full length 18, I think it is, and a half inch version and the short barrel version. But both versions come with or without the box magazine. The 18-inch also comes with a custom heat shield on it. I don't know if they have that available with the short barrel version or not. But yeah, those are cool. I like. I want one. I want. I want. Without having to pay the extra 200 for the tax stamp, that short barrel one is awfully tempting. Yeah, you can see right there. I think that it's cut where the barrel.
Watch your tongue or have it cut from your
Yeah,
head.
see, there's the custom heat
Save
shield.
your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now opens a war.
Yeah, yeah. I want one. I'd take either one, honestly. Um, Either the short barreled or the standard. I might have in either one of them. They also had a new semi-auto that they had at the show, which not a lot of people have watched the video on the semi-auto. This one's gotten over 1,500 views on it. Might as well go ahead and play all of them. Oh, okay. If I'm gonna get copyrighted, I'm gonna give them a reason. Don't do anything half-assed.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind.
Semi-auto with a new style gas system in it.
Got folks that carry some shit. Take off state lines. Double times. You'll never find another like me.
If anybody was wondering, that was my wife that was starting to talk at the end right as I was stopping the recording. Are we still live?
I don't know. Are we?
I don't know. But I want one of them too. I want the Shockwave version. That thing is super cool. And if I remember correctly, those are cut for choke as well. In optics cut it, but they had to change the reason why they didn't come out with a semi-auto version of Shockwave before now was because the old was it 940, its gas system wouldn't work with the short barrel like that, so they had to do a whole new gas system so that they could do the Shockwave size one. I want one. Anybody else out there want one of these ones? Or is it just me? That that semi-auto Shockwave just looks super sexy in person. The video's not doing them justice, man. Those things were awesome. And the full length one, that's OD green on that one. Yeah, I got my Shockwave has a brace on it too, Woods. I got the 20 gauge though, but I like it. I like the 20 gauge one I got. I fired both the 12 and the 20 gauge. I like the 20 gauge better, mainly because my arm. It's easier to shoot the 20. But a semi-auto with the AR-15 grip and the pistol brace, that is awful tempting. Awfully tempting. I forget what the capacity on that is. Let's see. I'm sure it does. 6 shot. That holds 6 shots. I don't know if that's 5 in the tube and 1 in the chamber or 6 in the tube. But that OD green on the full length one didn't turn out in the video. It looks more black in the video for some reason, but that's actually OD green.
I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my kind.
Ouch,
They're
honey.
they're both short barrel, by the way. Both of those, the one with the stock and the Shockwave version, they're both the short barrels. They're both the 14 and what was it 7/5, I think. I don't know if it has to be 5+1 because my 20 gauge Shockwave with the 3-inch Magnum buckshot rounds I have it loaded with is 5+1. And 20 gauge and a 12 gauge are the same length. Ron Wayne says he has a Turkish AR shotty coming up on the channel. He says that thing's a hoot. I have the Viper 12, which is based on the Russian RPK, basically an AK shotgun. That thing's fun to shoot. Thing's heavy as hell too. It's like the thing's got very little recoil, and that thing is extremely heavy. The thing weighs like 10 pounds unloaded. But like I said, it's built on a machine gun receiver too. Not exactly a light receiver. If you've ever held a machine gun of any kind. It says he had the Black Aces version and broke it. Yeah, the Black Aces, they're not built as well as the Mossbergs. Justin said his buddy had a cheap AK shotgun. Ran like shit, 2 hours on the Dremel, and it ran like clockwork. Yeah, mine is not cheap. Pepper 12 is not a cheap shotgun, especially now that they're not able to be imported. So what else we got? I think that's all. I think those are the only videos I actually got from the Great American Outdoor Show this year. Was those? No, I got one more. That's right, but it's on Future Forged grips. Yeah, you guys.
Cat watching baseball.
What the hell? Yeah, Gary will probably love this one. What the hell? Where did Gary go? Uh-oh. I think we lost Gary. Hello? Oh, it says we're still live. Okay. We lost Gizzard. No! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Gary, if you're out there, come back. What happened? I don't know where Gary went. I don't know. He just dropped off. I don't know where the hell he went. He was here 1 minute, he was gone the next. Hopefully he comes back. But you guys haven't heard of Future Forged? Watch my channel, darn it. They make some really nice grips. Carbon fiber. And they don't want a small fortune like some places. This is just a selection of some of the stuff they have. They do it for ARs and AKs. And you You can have them custom make one for you too. And I have a video that shows how they measure for doing the custom grips. You can order a custom to fit your hand online. That song was on Barbecue's bracket a few weeks ago. And being Kiss, I probably will get a copyright on that one because it's Kiss. I guess Gary's not coming back, man. What happened? Uh, Now I gotta text him and see what the hell's going on. No video. You guys didn't see the video? Well, hell. Let me play it again. You guys seeing it now? Just music. What? I don't know. Let me try share it again, see what happens. Give me a minute. I just texted Gary. What happened? He was here and then he was gone. Oh, now you tell me. God, well, now I got to start it again. Oh well, no big deal. No big deal. Like I said, probably get if any of them are going to copyright me, yeah, these guys are cool. I talk to them every year at the Great American Outdoor Show. Their owner's a really cool guy. Okay, guys, I know what happened with Gizzard. Been waiting for my internet to drop. His internet went out. Oh man. You guys want a nice carbon fiber style grip for your AR or AK? Check out Future Forge. You can go look at my videos that I did with them the last couple years, and find the link there for. But yeah, they're pretty cool. And like I said, the owner Patrick is a really cool guy. Yeah, I've been expecting to have internet issues, and Gizzard's the one that ends up having an internet issue. My internet's out. I'm using the town's Wi-Fi connection. the town's Wi-Fi hotspot because my home internet, even though it says it's working, isn't. Earlier, I texted a picture to uh, Gizzard, Foss, and Barbecue in our group text about what what my internet was saying it was doing earlier. Couldn't even identify what the hell network I was on. The irony. I even made Gizzard admin in Rumble Studio in case my internet went out. He could end the show, and he's the one who has internet issues. It's just funny. Uh, but yeah, that last one, if any of them will get me a copyright claim, will probably be that one because it's Kiss, and everybody knows how Kiss is when it comes to money. Gene Simmons in particular. Packrat says, like he said, George ate his internet cable. Well, speaking of internet cables, one of the cats decided to eat through my Wi-Fi antenna cable for my motherboard. I'm gonna have to splice that together. Which isn't going to be really hard to do, honestly. I just got to be asked to do it. Hmm. Looking back at Mini Wayne's comment, the tee hee with the scissors. You didn't cut my antenna cable, did you, Mini Wayne? That wouldn't be very nice, young man. Yeah, waiting to see if Gizzard comes back. If he doesn't, I might probably end up closing this out because I really don't have much else to comment on or talk about. What else we have to talk about, fellas? Man, somebody give me a topic here. I'm running out of steam, as it were. I think that was meant for Giz. Yeah, yeah. Well, if he did it to Giz, I mean, Packrat says, no, not Mini Wayne, but Mini Misty Wayne could have. Well, the way I give Misty therapy, she probably would have been the could have been the one to try and cut my internet cable antenna cable too. But she doesn't get. We're just trying to help. No, it pretty much looks chewed through. So I got a feeling one of the cats did it. Favorite Mauser caliber, 7 millimeter or 8 millimeter? I haven't shot either, so I don't know. I've never shot a Mauser that was in a Mauser caliber. Oddly enough, Misty says she's innocent. Good evening, by the way, Misty. We heard that Minnie's got new tools to terrorize you with, and it's all Denny's fault. Boomstick says, no, don't stop the show or his wife will expect him to talk to her. Ah, Gizzard's back.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. You here?
I figured you already quit by now.
No. We were trying to figure out what happened to you.
Yeah, my internet decided it didn't want to play.
Yeah, like I was telling them, I made you an admin in here in case something went wrong with my internet because I've been having internet issues all day, and your internet's what the one that crashes.
I kept waiting for it to come back and it didn't. It's like, well, crap. And then I couldn't find a wrench to unplug the cable wire, so I had to search for that. Finally, I got everything reset. Come back in here and sat down, and it came back on. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that was odd. I thought maybe I accidentally kicked you when I closed out the video or something, but no. But yeah, you missed the
No,
one.
I thought, did I send it to the wrong person?
But no, you texted me and said your internet went out.
Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I asked you in the group chat what happened, and you responded in the one that's just the two of us. At least that's what it looked like happened.
Now my YouTube chat's not working. Oh, well. I don't need it, I guess.
Yeah, now I got to play this again so you can hear it. If any's going to
Okay.
get if any's going to get me a copyright strike, it'll be this one. Now we play But yeah, like I said, if any of them are going to get me a copyright, it's going to be this one.
Yeah, maybe.
It's Kiss, you know. They can be funny about things.
So can Metallica.
You know, Ron says you were
And
abducted and phased into the fourth dimension.
I wouldn't even begin to try with Beatles music.
Mm. Now, if he's phased into the fourth dimension, does that mean he ran into Mr. Mixapixel? Superman's villainous imp villain. Who, if you get him to say his name backwards, is there any way to get him to go back home? Anybody that's ever watched Super Friends or read Superman comics will get that reference. Justin says mute buttons exist. Yeah, but what's the fun in that? If you're gonna play roulette, you gotta do it with live rounds, man. So what else we got going on? Anything for the next 10 minutes?
Well, let me see. Let me get a World Cup update.
Oh no. More soccer.
Football. Oh,
Soccer.
final 3-2. Wow.
Wow.
England 3, Mexico 2. So Mexico is out.
Yay.
But that means the USA is still in so far. They have to play Belgium.
Saw one British guy said if the US wins the World Cup, he's never watching soccer again. He's like, I'm gonna have to find a new sport to watch. He's like, oh god, I might have to watch cricket.
I was hoping that Canada would advance so we could face Canada and beat them yet again in another sport this year. And the Canadians are like, yeah, but we beat you at curling. Like, yeah, you cheated.
No, they invented this sport. So.
Invented hockey, too.
Well, Indians claim that they invented it. So. That Canadians stole it from them. Not joking. I've seen where native Indians have claimed that they invented hockey and it was stolen by Canadians. Of course, they also claim that the cross was stolen from them too. By the Canadians, ironically enough. Apparently, Canadians like to steal sports from other cultures and say they invented it. I'm going to say foosball's the devil.
One of their most famous dishes is poutine. And what is that? French fries. I mean, they didn't invent French
French
fries. Come
fries,
on.
cheese curds, and gravy.
Like, yeah, but we put them all together first. When?
Ron Wayne says Gretzky's got nothing on Geronimo. That's why they vilified Geronimo.
Yeah, when Gretzky retired, there's nobody's going to beat these records. It didn't take that long.
You know, Boomstick says here that if you go to a soccer game, instead of serving beer and hot dogs, they serve seltzer and Vienna sausages. No, I've been to soccer games. They serve hot dogs and they're standard fare. Hot dogs, nachos, that kind of stuff.
Suppose it depends on where you go. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
soccer's played all over the world, so I suppose in Mexico you got tacos and stuff like that. Germany, yeah, you might have. Bratwurst and stuff like that.
Bratwurst, Liverwurst, um, what else? Rundschwager, roast chicken. Tell you what, one of the best places to eat at um, Busch Gardens was the German Feast Hall. You get a big ass plate or platter with half a chicken, three different sausages, and two different kinds of sauerkraut.
Any German potato salad?
No,
I've had that before.
I've had it before too. I don't like potato salad. I don't like macaroni salad either. There's a couple of things on that bracket that Foss had that I wouldn't eat.
I'm not a huge fan of macaroni salad either.
And that one that barbecue said, deviled egg potato salad, that just sounds like a nightmare because I don't like either one.
Deviled eggs made with barbecue sauce. That doesn't even sound good to me. But
No.
don't mess with my deviled eggs.
Yeah, but no, remember barbecue said he had deviled egg potato salad? That just sounds like
Oh yeah.
that just sounds like a nightmare. The only coleslaw I'll eat is the Permani Brothers coleslaw on their sandwiches.
I don't like coleslaw that's overly sweet. Some people really overdo it with the sweetness, and I don't
Yeah.
like that.
It's an oil and vinegar dressing that they use on it, and it works really well with the rest of the sandwich, with the French fries and the meat and the tomato on the sandwich, with the thick cut Italian bread they use.
Of course, you could tell people who's using Miracle Whip in their cooking too. I'm not a huge fan of Miracle Whip.
Yeah. Packrat said deviled egg potato salad is awesome. I don't like deviled eggs and I don't like potato salad, so yeah.
That's un-American, Rich. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Suppose you don't like apple pie either.
No, I like apple pie. And contrary to popular opinion on that panel, pie is most certainly a barbecue cookout picnic food. Watch the old westerns, man. When they're going on picnic, they pull out the picnic basket. What's one of the things they take out of that basket? A pie. And
Yeah, and the cowboys are eating out there on the cattle drives. They ain't eating no pie. They're eating beans usually.
the cookies would have a pie for dessert. They would.
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah.
Hey, you got
And
Guns and Barbecue woke up.
and beans actually wasn't a very frequent meal on the trail because it took too much work to make them. The trail cooks were making stuff that was quick and easy to make. Beans did not qualify. I also think fried chicken would have been a better choice than barbecue chicken for a picnic bracket. Less messy.
Like I still say he said barbecue first and not picnic.
I don't know. By the time I got there, everybody kept saying picnic. So,
Pack Rat said the same thing.
yeah, I know. I'm saying by the time I got there, everybody was saying picnic. So I don't know. And then G Web said that a barbecue and picnic and a cookout are the same thing. No, they're not. Everybody just uses picnic when they're talking about a barbecue or or a cookout, but they're not the same thing.
But
You
if
can have
you
a
go to a company picnic like we used to have out the lake, it was basically a barbecue. It wasn't a
yeah, that
true
was a
picnic.
barbecue. It wasn't a true picnic.
Right.
A true picnic, you're not taking food there to cook. You're taking food that was already prepared in a basically a big boxed lunch and going out and to the meadow somewhere or something and spreading out a blanket and sitting down and doing that kind of stuff.
And
That's what an actual picnic is.
if you're gonna eat cold food, there's nothing wrong with cold fried chicken. In fact, some
No,
people
fried chicken
prefer
is
it.
much
My
better
dad
cold.
used to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Fried chicken. I'd much rather have fried chicken cold than barbecue chicken.
Now you got me wanting fried chicken.
I know that does sound good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got none either.
Any you're gonna get around here? Well, I could if the store was open because the deli has fried chicken. But
Yeah. Now, Boomstick said he's disappointed ribs got knocked out in the first round. Ribs aren't really a picnic food either. That's the thing. But like you said, originally they said barbecue, but like I said, by the time I got into watching this show, it had somehow shifted to where everybody was saying picnic at that point. But yeah, pick ribs. I don't think when I think picnic foods, ribs ain't one of them. Now sandwich, I saw, or it was, I think it was you that posted the community thing about sandwich winning the bracket. Sandwiches are a picnic food.
I remember a time or two when I was out of town with some friends, and we had like an hour to kill and needed some lunch, and there wasn't any place open to go get lunch. So we'd go by a grocery store and buy a loaf of bread and some lunch meat and some cheese, and we'd make up a bunch of sandwiches and eat them. I mean, that's pretty easy and quick to do. You don't have to have all the condiments if you don't need them. So, in fact, there used to be places. There used to be a place 10 miles outside of work. It was a place where people stop and buy beer on the way home, but they
Mm.
would make you a sandwich. So you could, they just take bread and you pick out your cheese and put your meat, and they'd make your sandwich for you right there. And I've heard those were awesome. Of course, you're hungry. You're hungry. So,
Now barbecue is saying that Foss said it was a picnic bracket,
yeah,
and G Web said it was a
he's
picnic.
in the pocket. He's in the pocket of big
Well,
Foss.
it
I'd
may
say.
very well have been G Web that said barbecue because G Webs kept saying that in the text chat that barbecue, picnic, and cookout were the same thing, and they're not. Those are
Who the hell
three
brings ribs
different
to a
things.
picnic?
Yeah. Ron Wayne says he's been on two picnics in his life. One was tuna salad sandwiches, and the other was fried chicken. Yeah, sandwiches and fried chicken. Those are picnic foods. Those are traditional picnic foods. It's something you can eat without having to cook it right there on the spot. Boomstick says they're finally getting a Chick-fil-A. Not that you're really missing anything. I think Chick-fil-A is overrated.
I only have it once in a blue moon, so I can get a good chicken sandwich right here in town. Doesn't have to come from a name place or anything like that. Just need to cook it right. I could make one. I have chicken breast freezer.
Yeah, we have a restaurant here in town that put Chick Fil A to shame when it comes to the chicken sandwich. Ron Wayne, what's the best picnic gun? The one you have on you at the time. I mean, we've had brackets about barbecue guns before. What would be a good gun for a picnic? A 410 because you want something you can take out snakes with.
What are you picnicking out in the middle of a cornfield or what?
Well, traditionally, a picnic you go out and to the meadow or something and set up a area.
Yeah, hopefully there's not a bunch of snakes crawling around out there.
Well, depending on where you're at, around here, if you go on a picnic, you could very well come across a copperhead or a rattlesnake. So, yeah.
Shotgun's not a bad choice. If you're in a public park, you might attract a little bit too much unwanted attention with a shotgun.
Ron Wayne says 38 special mixed ammo bullets and rat shot. I never was a fan of shot shells in a revolver. I think there's a better suited firearms for using some type of shot out of mainly a 410 of some variety. The one exception would be the tourist judge. I think the only use a tourist judge actually has that I would want it for would be a snake gun. Boomstick wants to know: is it really a picnic if you don't have a picnic basket? Yogi would say no, and Ron Wayne says the same thing. Great minds think alike, Ron. And Barbecue's lost his mind, but what else is new? I think we're all used to that by now.
Yeah.
Rim apparently told a joke and we missed it. Uh, what joke? You see him saying that, telling a joke?
Uh,
I guess the bracket was skewed comment was a joke somehow.
maybe.
Your delivery must not have been very good, Justin. That was the last thing he said. So that's showing up on my screen anyway. So I guess that's what he's talking about. What else was on that bracket? I didn't catch all of it.
No, there was like lemonade and soda.
Those aren't foods, those are beverages.
Yeah, I know. Preaching to the choir here, though.
You know, Barbecue says he's taking a 44 Magnum to picnic to keep away those bears that walk on their hind legs and talk. But they lived in a national park, so you might get in trouble.
True.
Should I be scared that I'm starting to understand his typos?
Hmm.
Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Yes, I have a werewolf shirt that said silver bullets because it's better to be judged by 12 than eaten by 1. Werewolf, that is. I think it's a Yankee shirt from back in the day before Yankee really started being crazy. Back when we were all still watching Yankee Marshall.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Uh, Justin says Ron asked best picnic gun. He said if you got in-laws, take the Desert Eagle. I did not see that comment.
I didn't either.
I think you may have been hit by the auto censor by YouTube there, Justin, because I'm not seeing that comment.
Sometimes when you post things, they don't show up in here.
Well, it's not showing up on YouTube chat because I have the YouTube chat popped out.
Maybe it never really happened.
Ooh, Twilight Zone stuff. Uh, I don't know, Ron. He wants to know where to get a official unloaded media tactical picnic basket. I, I don't know of any. There's only 2 channel T-shirts in existence. I don't even know where the hell I put my business cards. If we go to goals, I'm going to have to find those. Missy says she saw it and it was held and she clicked for it to show. I should have seen that it was held. What the hell? I'm still not seeing that. So I don't know. I see where Justin said what he said, but I don't see the original comment. And Justin's asking, does it come with a Daisy Duke thermos? I don't have any stickers, Ron. I don't have any money to buy any. Boomstick says he finally got this Fire Desert Eagle a couple years ago. Can't say he would appendix carry. No, I think that's a little big for appendix carry. I want an appendix carry anything personally. I'm just not a fan of it. Nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Of course, I'm not seeing where Ron asked the damn picnic question anymore either. Oh, there's the picnic gun. Yeah, I'm not seeing it at all. It's not showing up on my screen. I don't know. Eh, YouTube being YouTube is what this is coming down to. It's not showing up in Rumble Studio or YouTube on my end. I don't know. If you want to make some channel stickers to send to Ron Wayne with my logo, Ron, at 2A Matters, you go right ahead, buddy. I'm not going to stop you or be mad at you for doing so. You're more than welcome to do so. Heck, I can even send you the freaking file to do it if you want. Well, I got his email. Well, I have Ron 2A's email. Shoot me an email and I'll respond to you with the file. But yeah. Oh, okay, Ron. Yeah, I got a PNG of the logo. I'll send them, but yeah, if you got it, then yeah, go ahead and send it to them. Oh, good lord. Who knows what barbecue's up to? I could send him Ron Wayne's favorite logo, the one with the cardinal.
Oh yeah.
That would be funny. But yeah, I should have Ron 2A's email around here somewhere. I just gotta remember which email account would have it. If he sent me emails before. Of course, no, I can't find any of them. That's usually how that works. When you want to find something, you can't.
Sure.
There we go. Okay, let me see. Thing is, I gotta remember where the hell I put that damn. Jesus. That's the PNG channel logo. Okay, now I gotta remember where the hell that damn Christmas logo is. Oops. What folder do I have that in? There we go. That's it. I don't want to open that. Damn it. How'd that open? Okay. Anyway, let me go back in here. Desktop. Okay. All right. I sent you the file as well, Ron. You figure out which one worked better, the one that Ron Wayne sent you or the one I did. Justin says I should use the Christmas one all month for Christmas in July. Ooh,
Yeah.
I know where I could put it. I know where I could put it. There we go. It's Christmas in July.
Yay.
Yay. God rest ye merry gentlemen. Yeah. Barbecue says Paul Pelosi, aka Nancy's husband, is facing a charge of hit and run after hitting a parked car and fleeing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Way to overemphasize the I there, Justin. Oh, I guess it's okay to share this. Yeah, I think he overdid the I just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just, just a smidgen. Ron Wayne's like, well, look at the time. That's our state bird, the cardinal. Ron says that's exactly what he sees. You need therapy too. Justin says he's been waiting for July. You know, too bad Foss didn't do that. The eye would blink.
Hmm.
Ron, Ron says, plotting on me. Who, us? We would never do such a thing. Or would we?
Mm-mm.
I love how it keeps you small. Justin says Trump would have approved because it's huge. So huge.
Huge.
Misty says, OMG, that would be awesome. Foss, where are you? Hey, where is Foss?
Probably asleep.
Who needs sleep? I can go without it whether I want to or not for days. I hate when my pills run out and they don't have a refill. I used to intentionally do that when I was a kid. Go days without sleep. Can't do that shit no more. I'm assuming Barbecue saying he does not sleep. Misty
He's
says
like
she
a
needs.
vampire. Yeah.
Mhm. Misty says she needs that eye to blink every time I talk.
Wow.
Barbecue's comment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Wow, we've been going 2.5 hours. Not bad for a show without a topic.
That's true.
We just pulled off a Seinfeld.
I never cared for that show.
I never said it was a good show, but yeah, I was never really a fan of Seinfeld either.
I never watched it when it was on, or reruns even.
My brother used to love that show. Of course, he also liked the X Files a lot too, and I didn't care for that either.
I tried to watch it a time or two. I just couldn't get into it. And I
Yeah.
like kind of off the wall stuff, but
Mhm.
I just didn't get it, evidently. I don't know.
It was okay the first 2 seasons, but then it just got old. It was the same thing over and over and over again.
Kind of like Friends. I never got into that either.
No.
So my daughter got into it 2 or 3 years ago, and she binge watched every episode. And every time I'd go over there, I'd have to watch two or three of them. And it's like I didn't like this stuff back when it first came out, let alone having to watch reruns.
Mm-hmm. And Ron says, "How about those Bears? Are they playing the Cardinals?" There is no living down the Cardinals.
That'd be a cardinal sin.
Yeah, yeah, you should be a Cardinals fan, Ron. You got two different Cardinals you could root for. You can root for the St. Louis Cardinals or the Arizona Cardinals.
Or the Louisville Cardinals.
That's just Louisville Cardinal. There's no F.
Louisville, not
Yeah,
Louisville. It's
Louis.
Louisville.
The Stanford Cardinal. There's only one of them. Why? Because for a smart university, they don't realize that a group of something is plural, not singular.
I suppose you pronounce it New Orleans too, don't you?
New Orleans.
Nolans.
Ron says they're state bird too, unfortunately. West Virginia and Kentucky, bordering states with the same state bird. Misty says, "Yay, you're learning to talk properly." No, it's not a lever. Leave Lever is a brand of soap.
She's funny.
Mm. A lever is a simple tool used to move things or to cock a certain variety of rifle. It's a cock and load a certain variety of rifle. Packrat said the Texas state bird is the northern mockingbird.
You know what the Kansas state bird is?
Wheat.
It's not a bird, you twit. God.
A twit is a baby goldfish. Thank you. It's not a birdie.
West, Western meadowlark.
Pennsylvania's to ruffled grouse. God, Packrat says Warsh instead of Washington. He's not even from Pittsburgh. My mother's friend one time was like, I gotta go to Mount Washington tomorrow. I was like, where the fuck is Mount Washington? I heard of Mount Washington. Background said Arizona state bird is the roadrunner. Mimi. Is it also the state car? Two birds with one stone.
Really?
Barbecue saying that Kroger bought out Giant Eagle for 1.65 billion. That's crazy since Giant Eagle drove Kroger out of the Pittsburgh area.
Wouldn't surprise me because that Kroger chain owns a whole bunch of
Mm-hmm.
different grocery stores.
Giant Eagle literally drove Kroger out of the Pittsburgh area. Closest Kroger to Pittsburgh was in Morgantown. There were none in the city itself. In fact, the Giant Eagle I worked at was originally the last Kroger in the city.
Misty says I pick on her. I don't pick on Misty.
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong, barbecue. I'm just saying that's crazy considering Giant Eagle drove them out of Pittsburgh. Revenge.
A
Like took
perfectionist in my linguistics. You've heard me talk. I don't talk properly half the time myself. So
revenge like 35 years later. Actually, longer than that. 40. Yeah, probably be closer to 40 years since there was an actual Kroger in the city of Pittsburgh.
I don't know. Pittsburgh, Kansas probably has one.
Yeah, they
You know,
are.
the other Pittsburgh.
Yeah. The transaction is expected to close in 2027. $1.65 billion. And it's going to keep the Giant Eagle name.
I think Misty has a persecution complex. She thinks everybody's out to get her. Not everybody.
Barbecue says if you can't beat them, buy them. Yeah. You know what? If I were running Giant Eagle and somebody came up and offered me $1.65 billion to buy the company, I might agree to it too. Not going to lie. Because whoever the CEO is of Giant Eagle is right now, he or she are probably going to make a pretty penny from that deal.
Oh, I need to show them. Since Misty and Ron are here, I got a surprise for them. Let me go get it. I think Misty will really like this. As soon as she sees it, she'll know why. So will you, as far as that goes. Hold on. Okay, you ready? Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely. What were you saying?
I said I got a surprise for Ron and Misty since they're here.
Oh, okay.
I got to turn my camera on. You got to put me on the screen, okay?
You are on screen. Let's
Okay.
see.
There you go.
I don't know if I can. Can I make?
6, 7.
Oh, it'll
Wrong
make
one.
me 7.
You
Yeah.
just put you on the screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if I can make you, but I don't see how. I'm sure there's some way to do it. I isn't sure how to do it yet. Still learning this. Wonder if I move you over and then there. I figured it out. I had to move you where you were at.
Okay. That's enough. Enough of me.
I'll turn your camera off.
Yeah, I saw one. I was in Walmart yesterday and it's like they still had it. It's like, okay, I got to get one now. So, so I
Misty's
can be
like,
one
you
of the
got one.
club. Well, she's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can be twins.
Now, Barbecue says everyone hates Chad's band, but nobody hates on his grocery store. How many people are going to get that reference?
I got it.
Yeah, I did too.
This is how you remind me, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mini Wayne's back. She says yes. Unfortunately, she has one.
She does.
And
What's funny
not
is the same day I was in Walmart the first time I saw this shirt, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to Ron, just kind of as a joke. Said, "You think I ought to pick one of these up?" Little did I know, somebody else, another friend of theirs, had sent them the same picture like an hour or two before, and had actually picked up one for her. So I kind of got beat to the punch. So at
and not
least
everyone
that's
is
the way
a
I heard the story anyway.
yeah. And not everyone hates Chad's band. I got a theory that people just don't like to admit they like that band because that band has multi platinum records. So if everybody hated them, they wouldn't have been selling that many.
A lot of people like Dacey Breaky Heart too. Yeah, it was the bird. I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
The bird.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will buy any music though.
Mm-hmm. Hey, people bought Kiss Dynasty.
Captain and
Probably,
Tennille sold a bunch of albums too, but you don't see people
mm-hmm.
bragging about owning them, do you? Like, nope, nope, never owned it.
Kiss Dynasty's probably their worst album.
Uh,
I don't know what.
It's kind of like Saint Anger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was not a good album. Sorry.
No, no. Death Magnetic was okay. That would have fit right in with Justice for All. Basically, sounds like it could have been Justice for All Part 2. Then they had that album after that where that one song on there was complete and total terrible nonsense. Yuck. At the point, I don't even remember what the hell the name of the song was.
Never buy an album because of one song.
No. I've seen people do it.
If I do, it's a band that I have owned practically everything they've ever put out, and I trust that they put out good stuff. And I can say occasionally, even with Metallica, I got burned one time on that one. But
The last Metallica album I bought was the S&M set.
that happens to be an excellent album.
Hmm. Did you watch the concert when it was on VH1?
No, did not. I never had VH1.
Mm.
I did watch Thriller when it made the debut on MTV. I can remember. It was a big
I
deal.
I remember where I was when it debuted. I was in Zayre's department store with my shopping with my grandmother. They had a big screen TV set up in the front of the store, one of those big projection screen TVs, and I stood there just transfixed watching that, along with a bunch of everybody else in the store was just watching this on TV when it debuted. It was crazy. And it was the long version too, which was like what 20 minutes long.
Yeah,
It was like watching a
it's
mini
got the
horror
whole
movie.
story with it. Yeah.
Yeah, narrated by Vincent Price.
Guns and Barbecue, he was probably just a kid. Or he was even
He, he,
born.
he might not even have been born yet now. That was what
Oh,
83.
that was 1983, December 2nd,
Yeah.
1983. Yes. Wow. My God, that was 43 years ago. Wow. I'm old,
Uh huh.
man.
Uh huh. I was 9 going on 10 when that came out.
I was married with two kids. Sarah was just a baby. Wait a minute. 83? 83? Is that it? No. Was it 83? No. Kids hadn't been born yet. Never mind. Adam was born the next year. Okay. Okay, that's right after I moved in the trailer. Yes, I lived in a trailer back in the day.
We had a mobile home at one time.
That doesn't seem right, though. Hmm. Okay.
Barbecue
I
says he's
lived in
lived
that
right there.
trailer.
Yeah.
Lived there for 9 years.
Barbecue says he's lived in a trailer since he moved out on his own. They're cost effective. I would have rather stayed living in the trailer than moving out to her grandmother's house and to deal with her family all the time. Not necessarily her mother, but her uncle who owned the property. It was a real son of a bitch. I thought I told the guy if he ever showed up at the front door, I was going to kill him. But there's reasons for that. I think we've discussed the reasons for that before.
Hell, this apartment I live in now ain't much bigger. Probably isn't as big as the trailer I owned. In fact, I know it's not.
Runway officials asking, "What is your bucket list gun?" I don't know. I got one of them already. I don't know.
See, I
I
don't
don't.
really have one.
Yeah, I don't know what would be first priority out of that kind of. Never really put any thought into it. And I'm not coming up with anything now either.
Seeing as I've kind of gotten the last couple of years or so, kind of gotten out of the mode of buying new guns and stuff like that. So I just don't have room for any more, honestly.
There's so many I want to just be able to pick one and say that's the definitive one. I don't know.
Ron says, try to start conversation, and that's it.
Well, you picked a very eclectic topic for the question.
I don't know. I
You
wouldn't
gotta get
mind having another 1911 someday, but
Justice says a quad mount M134 on a half track. Yeah, that would be four bucket list guns, not one. Do you know what an M134 is, Gary?
no, I don't.
It's a quad mount 50 caliber machine mod deuce machine gun used for anti-aircraft and anti-personnel during World War II. It's the big quad 50s on the back of a half track that you see in the war movies.
I don't think I could mount that on my Escape.
No, I
I
could
don't want to drill any holes in it or anything.
I could probably mount it in the back of the Maverick. It's already got places where it could be tied down.
Your wife wouldn't let you.
She likes guns,
She want to mount it on her vehicle? I doubt it.
but she doesn't know.
I think she'll know.
After the
Something tells
fact,
me
yeah,
she'll notice.
but she won't know until after the fact. See, do it at night when she's
Oh,
in bed sleeping.
oh, and I'm sure it'll be all right.
It's better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission.
Has it worked out that way for you in the past, Rich?
I don't know.
The times
You
you've
know,
tried it, did it work out well?
here's the thing: I really don't care. She knows it. Ooh, replace the 50s with miniguns. 30 caliber miniguns. I think I'd
You
rather have
notice
the
Ron. You
50s.
notice Ron Wayne don't talk like that because his wife wouldn't put up with that.
Mm-hmm. Ron Wayne says he wants a Ma Deuce on a Prius. Okay. Why not just go 20 caliber? Put the ship mounted 20 caliber anti aircraft door quad on F
Meow.
250.
Your cat needs you.
Show those idiots with their Toyotas how you build a real truck with a gun on the back of it. Yeah. Oh, you got a Hilux with a 50 caliber. You got a Hilux with a 30 caliber. Bitch, I got a goddamn Ford F350 with a quad mount 20 millimeter. Packard says, how about a quad 106 recoilless rifle mount? Why not just get that Marine Corps vehicle that has the six of them on it? Shut up, you stupid cat.
Poor kitty. Don't ever feed your cats.
No, he just doesn't shut up. Swear that cat's got something wrong with his head. Notice he's not arguing. He shut up. Could get the 105 from a striker. Mount that on a pickup truck or a Ford Transit van. Ford Transit van, you can actually probably fit the autoloader in there too for it. And I'm sure the federal government have no problems with this whatsoever. But yet the Ford Transit van is 300 and some horsepower, 400 and some foot pounds of torque. Put that on there with the all-wheel drive. Yeah. And put some 18 variety of body armor on it. Homemade tank. Them 105s, you hit the right spot. You can take out an Abrams with it. Justin says they put a Vulcan cannon on a Prius. A 20 millimeter rotary cannon on a Prius? Guess it could be worse. They could have put the 30 millimeter Avenger cannon from the A10 on one. Ooh, there's an idea. Pickup truck with a rear mounted Avenger cannon. Oh boy. Packer said someone put a minigun on a Tesla. Ron Wayne says a Chevette would be a formidable weapon too. Uh-huh. Anyway, we've been going for over 3 hours. I think it's time to wrap this up because everybody's getting crazy out there.
Getting crazy.
Uh-huh. Packard says the Gal 8, that's the 30 millimeter Avenger cannon off the A10 on an F-350. Anyway, you got anything you want to plug before this gets any worse?
Sure. I'm doing a show tomorrow night on my channel, 9 o'clock p.m., and I promise you it will not last 3 hours. Won't even, it'll be about half that. So, anyway, if you can come by, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem. I wasn't even expecting to be able to do a show tonight, let alone a 3 hour one. So,
A
and
3 hour show.
we had over 30 people watching on X tonight.
Slow night.
Apparently. I want to thank everybody who was watching over on X, as well as the regulars here on YouTube and the people that are watching on Rumble, because we had some viewers over there as well tonight. So we still got 2 over there. It said there was, I think it hit 10 viewers at one point over there tonight. So anyway, what what do I want to say? Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's it for tonight. We will see you all on Gizzard Gary's tomorrow night, hopefully. Hopefully
Hope
my
so.
internet will hold out long enough to be on Gary's show tomorrow night. And I'm surprised it made it this far. It didn't seem like it was going to earlier. Of course, I'm not on my internet either right now. Or am I? Nope. If I click off, like I said, if I turn off the Wi-Fi hotspot to the town, I probably wouldn't have any internet right now, even though it says I'm connected, because Xfinity sucks. And with that, we will bid you adieu, and we will see y'all later. Have a
Later.
good night, everybody.